Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Durant. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Jarrett Allen snatching it out of the air.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
And scores on a nifty dance to the basket.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5" wingspan to attack the bucket.
Leonard. That one off the mark. It's no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Irving into the front court. Leads 5. To Durant. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's good D. Shot no good.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Up 5. Deep 2 there, won't go. Took it down the lane, but it's no good.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Jarrett Allen with a piece.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Durant. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Leonard. To Paul George. Paul George. 2-4 now.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Irving. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kyrie across the timeline. 10-4 is the score. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Jay, upon scanning this Clippers roster, there are a lot of guards for Doc Rivers to work with.
Yeah, they have a plethora of guards, and if I'm this team and if I'm Doc Rivers, I'm thinking about how do I throw as many guards at you as possible, because Doc wants to get another guard in there to apply the same pressure. They should be the new modern-day Detroit Pistons with the style they play defensively.
Nets have the basketball. Irving. And the rebound taken down by the Clippers. To Leonard. Driving right to the basket. Stuffs it down with authority.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Irving, and he hits.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 10. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
George Jay, they've been waiting for that to go down, but here they are trying to chip away and cut into this margin.
And there's nothing more frustrating as a shooter to get open looks and not see the ball go in. But if they do, that could be the start of a problem.
And Kyrie Irving makes good from beyond the arc. Clippers have the basketball. George.
That reach was just about a second off. He got his hand in there a little bit quicker. That would have been a steal.
Just enough imbalance. Paul George is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. Second of 3 is good. Three for 3. Nice. Durant. Jay, another good look from deep.
But that's the problem. Another good look. You have to stop letting them get wide open looks to the basket. Actually do something on defense to make them play.
3 at the buzzer is good. And a fitting close to this one. They're right back in it after 1 quarter of play. 1 quarter down. Long way to go. So, buckle up. It's wide open.
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Deep right corner. Kyrie. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nets.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Nice pass to set things up. Gets to the basket and scores. Here's Irving into the front court. Up by 3. And he's fouled. Good play by the shooter.
You know what? That's an even better play by the defender. I like the foul there. Send a message. Nothing easy.
He's going to have to earn it now. First free throw is good. Able to convert on both free throws. George. Jared Allen sends it away. And that one out of bounds off the net. Here comes some changes. Kenny Atkinson turning to his reserves. Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. Kevin Durant. Huge block.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
To Jordan. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Team foul number 2 for Brooklyn.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. First try, no good. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. It's LA Clippers ball. Paul George to Leonard.
Right.
Nothing going here on that drive. To George.
Watch the back.
Strong finish for Paul George. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Durant. Fires the 3. He engulfed him that time. Beverly into the front court. Down 4. To Leonard.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Sacrificing everything for the loose ball. Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. It goes down.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
George couldn't keep it in. Out off Paul George. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Durant against Paul George.
Defense, let's go.
For three. Tough shot. Well defended. Fires the three. And the rebound comes down to Harris. Bad pass there. Clippers have it. Leonard. Can't go down. Smothering defense. To Durant. Paul George with the block. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Clippers.
Watch the cutter coming through. Bump, 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 bump.
Irving to Durant. 4-3. Message received. Well defended to Paul George. It was right there. To Irving. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not that time. He missed it. Working the outside. Durant. He's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Knocked loose. Irving with the basketball. Under a minute to go before halftime. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Free throw good. A three-point play as they move in front here just before the break. To Dinwiddie. And they call it.
Just a tic-tac foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 3. First foul in the last 2 minutes.
Irving to Durant. Add 2 points to the board.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Paul George. DeAndre Jordan rejects it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
George against KD. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets. Late heave to beat the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half. The Nets have the lead. All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Leonard. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
From long range. Now that's a contest. To Jordan. Out of bounds. Last touch by DeAndre Jordan. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
George, no good. That's great defense. To Durant. Lets it fly from long range. He was all over him. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant.
Coming through. Hey, big screen right there, big screen.
Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
And the rebound comes down to the Clippers. Williams into the front court. The deficit is 6. Kevin Durant pins it. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. Kawhi Leonard, now 3 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Beyond the arc for 3. That's how you defend.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Williams. Won't go down. To Durant. Here's a chance from long range. Smothering D.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Durant, textbook defense. Williams across the timeline. His guys trail now by 4. Screen coming. Williams to Leonard. Deep 2 there, won't go.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 4. Knocked loose. Nets have it. Durant. And the Clippers with the rebound. To Leonard. And Jay, they call the foul.
A simple touch foul.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes.
Here's Leonard for 2. And strokes it.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Brooklyn's got it. To Durant. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not going down here.
He had such a great first half, but obvious adjustments were made defensively to shut him down, and now he's really starting to struggle.
And throws it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Number 13, Paul George.
Durant with the basketball up top. Our score all even in this third quarter.
1 minute remaining in the third quarter.
To Dinwiddie. Has a look. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Shot from in close, no good. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Durant across the timeline. Shot clock turned off as they try to extend the lead. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
3 quarters down. The fourth quarter coming up with the Nets in front. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. And that halftime lead, it was cut down in the third.
And just because the numbers on the scoreboard say that you're winning doesn't mean that the feeling on the court implies that. This team is gaining momentum. If you don't do something to gain your momentum back, they're going to come back and win this game.
Oh, ferocious slam inside.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Kyrie with the rock. Fires the three. Well defended.
He was absolutely scoring at will in the first half. But now that the defense has picked up, don't try to do too much. Less is more.
It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Drains it. Simply put, when the ball's in Kyrie Irving's hands, magic could happen.
It's poetry in motion, and it's a situation in which the ball is attached to his body. He has it on a yo-yo. He can put the ball and dangle the ball out there for other people to think they have a chance, and in their mind they do, but in Kyrie's mind, the game is over.
Kawhi Leonard matched up with Durant. That's out. Last touch by Jarrett Allen. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Shot clock violation. To Durant. To Irving. For 3. Shakes free and hits.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Free throws coming up.
The game is too tight for you to be taking risks like that. You want to avoid foul trouble at all costs.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. Irving into the front court. Leads 4. Fires the 3. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off three-point shots.
Beverly to George. Fakes, drives to the rim, and scores.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it, this year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Great dish to set it up. Beverly. That's rebounded by Brooklyn. Irving brings the ball up court. 4-3. He engulfed him that time. Leonard. Tough shot. Well defended. Durant with the basketball up top. Up 5. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Can't go down. Smothering defense.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in the playoff game, it will.
Williams into the front court. The deficit now up to 5. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. That's their first. Leaves them with 1 remaining the rest of the way.
Take pride in a smoke-free environment, so we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
The opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. He cruises in for 2. Too easy. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, and he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college. But the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Buries it on the catch and shoot.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching a shot in slow motion. The backspin, it gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
George. Message received. Well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
From long range. Now that's a contest. George to Beverly. Lets it fly from long range. And Patrick Beverly plays with so much confidence. Zero hesitation, knocks it down.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing now.
Layup goes down. Well done.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Sometimes giving the ball up early is the right play and the most efficient.
Time for the bench to step up. Kenny Atkinson knows it, making some moves. Beverly. Patrick Beverly. He has struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
George, that's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1. Los Angeles Clippers are in the penalty.
Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's the Nets who are victorious as they win a close one by 2. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying